All right, Bang.
Bang,
Today
bang.
is Thursday. You want to do it?
Today's Thursday.
It's Thursday. What's the date?
Valentine's Day.
No, Thursday is February 15th.
Oh,
shit.
you fucked that up.
Day before.
Sorry. Bang, bang. Thursday. Bang. Did you hear me do an Eddie impression on
Who's
my
the
show?
presenter? I did. I found it funny.
Did you like?
Yeah.
I know you're the kind of guy. Bang, bang. It's just like,
Yeah, it
okay,
was-
yeah. Dave, I don't know. Dave, what do you want me to do? I don't know. Dave, I'm doing this. I'm doing the show. What do you want me to do? I don't know. What do you want me to do, Dave? I'm trying my best here. Okay.
I said I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was Large is a very good impression too.
That's flattery.
That was good.
Because I'm an Eddie guy. Eddie's on a Kirk guy. I'm an Eddie guy.
Yes, I'm not a big fan of Kirk,
Right.
but obviously we're
Presented
talking
by.
about Barstool Sports.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah. Well, all right. Okay. Sure, I understand. Right.
You're there too?
Huh?
You're there too?
No, I'm not there.
Oh, okay.
No.
Sorry.
You might be above me. Barstool Sports not going to sponsor my show. You fucking crazy. I don't want no part of that.
Jeff, how about you? Well, you're podcast list now.
I am, but dozen has been.
Are you always a
sponsorless
leg
at
bouncing
times.
guy? I've known you
Very
for.
bad. Very bad.
What's
Really?
going on? You seem.
I have crippling anxiety.
So do I. But you know, you seem very. The last 24 hours or so.
No, you just haven't noticed that before.
No, I'm saying anxious. Maybe it's just the lack of sleep. I don't know.
No, this is normal. I can stop.
That's
You
worse.
just
almost.
stopped.
Yeah, you don't like it. Okay.
Dude, find a middle ground. Use the other leg. The one
Actually, if I
Then
stretch,
I got-
different anxiety.
if I stretch out, it doesn't happen.
And then I got to look at it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't mean to get in the way of names.
So we movies usually come on like at the beginning of the year. Usually Ken Jack, but Kirk's in town, so we're swapping it out. We do a little movie preview, talk about what's the year to come. Oscars are also up if you want to get into that. I'm particularly interested in this Coyote versus Acme story.
It's pretty crazy.
What the fuck?
Very strange time in movies.
Oddly
going on
not
right now.
unique because they did it to another movie last
Did
year.
it to the Batgirl movie.
Yes.
Batgirl, yeah.
It's
But
become like a write-off now.
Yes.
It's become a tax story.
Yeah.
It's like the terrible Star Wars prequels about taxes. This is more now about like saving. It's very strange. And some people claim the movie is like good,
yeah, that's what I don't
Yeah, people
understand.
say it's very funny.
but you know how that goes. Like until people actually
Yeah.
see it.
Because all reports were Batgirl was horrible. That's why they did it with that. But if Acme versus Coyote is good, then it makes less sense.
And I don't understand the financial. Like I'm sure there are reasons why it makes sense. I don't understand them. But
Yeah.
if
Well-
a movie's good, I don't
like you're
know.
telling me they can make more on the tax write-off than selling it to a studio. Maybe they can. I mean, that could be true.
Right.
Well, can you lay it out for people
Go
who
ahead,
have
Jeff.
no idea what we're talking about?
They made a movie called that. What is it? It's Coyote versus Acme. It's about
Yeah.
the Wile E. Coyote suing Acme, taking on Acme, not Acme, taking on Acme, and whatever. It's like a Roger Rabbit type ordeal. where
Cena's
it's-
in it, right?
Yeah, John Cena's in it. Will Forte,
Right.
A couple other people. It's a movie where it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's real people mixed with cartoons, stuff like that. And Max was supposed to be released on Max or maybe even theaters, HBO Max. The guy who runs that company, who runs Warner Discovery,
David
Zaslav, who is like the biggest villain in Hollywood right now.
This guy last year drew the ire of like Spielberg, Scorsese, because he was trying to discontinue essentially Turner Classic Movies, which shows all these old directors. Everyone hates this guy, and he did this with Batgirl, and he's become the guy, fair or unfair, everybody hates. Yeah.
Basically killing off a movie, completely canning it, deleting it, never releasing it, and using it as a tax write-off for a company that couldn't afford to release movies last year. They could afford to release like 3 movies last year.
Right.
But it has some big ones coming up this year. They have a massive movie coming out in 2 weeks.
And it cost them $70 million, according to Wikipedia. But they just think they're going to get way more money if they just don't release it.
Yeah, they don't release it and they make it as a tax write-off.
That's the strategy.
I don't get. Like I said, that part I don't get. This was stuff that never. I forget when I was a kid. This didn't happen like 5 years ago. So I don't. I know times are tough, and these streaming companies, by the way, streaming is still a loser for everybody. Like Peacock, Disney Plus, they're bleeding. I think Disney Plus, I forget what their last loss was, but we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. Still not making money in this stuff yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still in that part. And you're right. The other thing is HBO Max doesn't make anything, generally.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre, too, because James Gunn's attached. He
Yeah.
produced it. So, and then I've always been like mystified why they don't do anything with that IP as well.
The Looney Tunes?
Yeah, like they don't really do
Yeah,
that.
it's
like Space Jam or
was
whatever?
Yeah,
horrible.
like okay, they did that,
Right.
but that's the first thing in a long time,
I mean,
right?
you can make the argument the original Space Jam is pretty bad too, but
Yeah.
it's another topic of discussion.
Yeah,
We're in sacred territory for them. We're literally got Michael Jordan.
he's right behind Kirk's head.
I actually just rewatched The Last Dance.
How was that second time around?
It was fine. I was not a Bulls fan, obviously, I was a Celtics fan. But
Mm-hmm.
my takeaway from it was, as somebody who suffers from crippling claustrophobia.
Yeah.
I still think when Jordan would come out and talk to the press and his back was against a wall and there were like 50,000 people like getting his face, I would have had a heart attack.
Probably.
That was my takeaway from it. And Scott, so I'm a huge NBA historian from like, say like 2000 before.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big Scottie Pippen fan. But like not going in for that final shot is like one of the three things about him now.
Unacceptable.
Like you can't take that away from him. Like that is part of his forever. That's part of his forever.
His legacy, yeah.
Yes. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's a parenthesis in the rest of the episode.
But you enjoyed it, though? It held up second time
Yeah, I mean, it
around?
was very Jordan
Yeah.
approved.
Because
Obviously.
it was like one of the first things people were excited for in the
During the
pandemic.
pandemic. It was, it became an event every week.
Patriots one comes out tomorrow on Apple TV.
Correct.
Looks good.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how much they are allowed to say.
Yeah, you never know. I just never know with that stuff.
Who's behind it, though?
Apple TV.
Okay, but are they like is a team involved or like
My understanding is that the Kraft family is very okay with how this came out.
Okay.
Very okay.
Because like, what is it? Simmons is doing one on Vince McMahon for Netflix.
Yep.
But Netflix also just sound that massive deal.
Right. And
Like,
Yeah.
are they really going to tell the story?
I doubt it. I know they were in the middle of it. He's been doing it for a while in the middle of when this stuff started to happen. Because this thing with Vince a few weeks ago was not new. Like, it's been around, so I don't know. It's going to be like a 10-part series, though. Yeah. I don't know.
You saw the details, yeah.
Yeah,
of that,
we'll see.
That shit, yeah. So that's what I wonder. As far as this year, though, this might be the least anticipated year of movies, I think, in a while for me.
Well, I think a big part of it is you're going to see the residue of the strikes, too. I mean, that's for sure. Like, it's just going to be fewer movies.
Pull up a list just so I have it in front
Yeah,
of
I
me.
mean, they had obviously these strikes last year. And I think now you're going to start. It's going to feel a little bit like 2020.
Yeah.
In 2021, a little bit. I'm with you. Jeff and I are going to disagree. I am not. I really like the director. I'm not a huge fan of the Dune franchise. I've just never been a big Dune guy. Jeff's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So like Dune 2 for me, I'll go see right away, but I'm not counting down the days to it. So if you remove that, you're right. There's not a lot where I'm like, oh my God. I don't know. Are there any holy shit movies this year other than Dune 2?
Yeah, I think Dune 2 is the far and away biggest. Well, I'll go through the months here.
I wrote down 8.
8? Oh, good.
I wrote down 8.
Let me hear Eddie's list first.
That I'm not particularly like thrilled to see, but I know I will see.
What's your?
Actually 7, because I have Dune 2 in there, but that's like I need some selling from Jeff about why I should go see Dune 1 before I see. I've never seen the first one.
I want to see a sequel to The Iron Claw where Kevin Von Erich just sits in a room by himself for 2 hours. That to me, I think would be a fun couple of hours. Just to continue the laughs from the first movie. You know? Yeah.
Remember Jerry After Dark? He just sits there in the corner.
Exactly. Go ahead.
I thought they did a decent job with the last Ghostbusters, so I'll see that. Not particularly on the edge of my seat about it.
I didn't love the.
You didn't like the.
I didn't like how Ramis at the end. That kind of bummed me.
Yeah, it
out.
was a little weird.
The CGI. It was okay. It was fine.
I thought like I'll see this. I know these are ones I know I'll see.
Sure.
Challengers. That's the Zendaya one.
Yep. The threesome.
Yeah, the tennis movie.
Yeah.
It does look pretty good, or at least interesting.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place. I gotta kind of
the prequel.
I gotta write out
with the Oscar winner from 12 Years a Slave, Lupita
Nyong'o.
I think she's a star of it, right?
Is she?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're right. Twisters.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be a big hit.
I do too.
So?
Yep. I think that's a people just like I don't think anybody thinks
Top Gun feel to it. Maybe not as big as that,
definitely
but
not. But I don't think anybody. Yeah, I don't think anybody thinks it'd be great, but it feels like for 2 hours to go see in the movie theater, why not?
Mm-hmm. Well, is Powell becoming the guy?
I feel like he's. I think we were talking about this.
they want him to be.
I feel like he's anything but you. I don't think anybody reasonably is that the name of it. Am I getting it wrong? I think anybody reasonably thinks that he's the reason why most people are going to see that movie.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick was a big hit. I don't think anybody thinks he was the reason they were going to see that movie. Twisters, the star of that movie is not going to be one of the actors, right? It's going to be the effects. Mm-hmm. His next movie is going to be big is Top Gun 3. I don't think anybody thinks so. I need to see Glenn Powell on his own bring people to an audience.
Isn't he playing something like a hitman? I think
That's
saw
a Richard Linklater movie.
Okay, yeah, I saw that going through the list. That kind of piqued my interest.
That's going to be that's a small movie. It's not going to be. I need to see, can he star in a movie by himself, and people say, because I would argue like, I don't think a lot of people know the name Glenn Powell. They know the name Sydney Sweeney. They know the name Tom Cruise. They know the Twister franchise. Mm-hmm. But are people going to line up to see, like they would go see Leo, like they would go see Will Smith when he was a star?
No,
now,
not yet.
but somebody has to become a star. Because there are no movie stars left. So
Yeah.
maybe.
He's there though, like he's at the
He's
point
ready.
where everyone knows who he is for the most part.
Correct. It's his time. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, like it wasn't just like, oh, that's the male lead with Sydney Sweeney.
Right.
Like I was like, oh, it's Glenn Powell. It's Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell.
His next 5 years will be interesting. He could become a huge movie star, or he could be on some Netflix series in 5 years because he made 4 bad choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Sure. Huge.
Big one for Marvel. That's a big,
huge hit.
That has to be good. It has to hit. That is a turning point for them.
Yeah, and I've
For
seen
a number of reasons. Yeah.
Things can start to look up for them if that lands, which I do think it will.
How many duds are they in a row right now?
It's tough because they haven't had that many movies.
I mean, I would argue.
Not that.
I mean, Guardians was a big hit.
Guardians is big, yeah.
But that also, like, but that didn't further anything.
The shows have hurt them. The shows is where the stink has really come from.
Really?
Yes.
Well, no, I would say the Brie Larson movie was
for sure. But like that. But like if you talk about like where their misses have come, most of them would be the series.
Ant-Man made I think 300 or 400 million less than the one before.
True.
But I think right. I think the problem is though it became like for people to go see Doctor Strange, they had to watch. Whatchamacallit?
WandaVision.
Yeah, and it's like not most people in America did not watch WandaVision. Like
Loki's been amazing. Loki's a fantastic show, but She-Hulk not very good. The fucking Secret Invasion with Samuel Jackson was horrific.
Also like these what ifs, like
horrific.
You know,
it's too much. It's too much volume. But this they bring in beloved characters. The X-Men are going to come into the MCU in this movie.
That's why it's
a huge deal.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And I've seen little to none of these Marvel movies, but I saw both Deadpools and I like them. So
Yeah, they're
it's
good.
Kind of,
Yeah. It should be good.
It's a good crossover. Then I have Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
Can't
of
say
that.
I'm excited for that.
You?
No.
Yeah.
Not particularly, but it's something I will go see. You know,
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be curious if that does well. I'll be curious if that's a franchise that resonates. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that.
if it had staying power from
Yeah,
the original. Yeah. And then Gladiator 2.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see Denzel in Gladiator 2. I'm interested. There's been no images of that yet, right?
No.
Of Denzel, I mean.
No. I don't even think of the movie.
Right. I have reservations, but I will go see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm worried about Ridley Scott. It's been a tough couple of years.
Yeah,
for
it's
my
not.
guy.
He's been pretty bad lately.
He's almost 90. He directed the movie. He's probably in his 80s.
So will you see all those on that list?
Beetlejuice, no.
Probably no Ghostbusters, I assume, either.
I mean, I saw the first one. If like my son was like, "Hey, I want to go see," I go see it. I could probably wait. It was fine. But everything else, I think, yeah. I think, yeah, I'd say yes.
Yeah,
Definitely see 'em all.
I see everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to think of what was missed here. I think you definitely missed a bunch. Obviously, Dune is the big one for me. The reviews are insanity. Like, could win Best Picture crazy.
Really?
Which it honestly,
Tough in February.
they probably wanted to give it Best Picture a couple years ago. Won every fucking award except Best Picture.
Right.
It was one of those ones where it's like, is this going to be like Lord of the Rings, where they just give the last one?
Right.
Tough in February, but I think it's enough staying power.
Yeah.
Other things that are coming out. Oh, I mean, we skipped over This Is Me Now, the film from Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, Jesus.
What's
the Krasinski one?
Roadhouse comes out in March,
Oh, that should have been on my list too. I'll definitely see that.
which I apparently is really good. They say there's excitement for it.
I know. We'll see. Yes. Yeah.
I know you're skeptical.
I'm skeptical. The original is very important to me, so I don't need that.
Is that why you're skeptical?
Well, I
Just
love
'cause-
the original.
Okay.
It's one of my, I mean, it's obviously a bad, but it's one of my favorite movies. I know. Gyllenhaal is like, he's taking he's like fucking enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I think he's a top 5 actor in Hollywood.
I do too. I just wish he did better things.
Yeah.
But he tries. He tries.
Now, were you turned off though because of like the fake UFC thing that came out? Because I feel like that turned a lot of people.
Yeah, I didn't
off.
love that. Yeah.
I agree. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, he's very strange.
Yeah.
That Civil War movie comes out in April from Alex Garland, who did Ex Machina, and I think Annihilation, which are 2 fucking great movies.
That's true. He's a good director.
That Civil War movie is about you've seen that? It's where Texas and California team up.
Kirsten Dunst and
Yeah,
No, I haven't seen that.
good
Yeah,
trailer.
good trailer.
Yeah.
People love it. From A24, yeah, it's about modern day Civil War in the United States. You mentioned Challengers. The Fall Guy, Ryan Gosling. You see that trailer?
I think it looks stupid.
What's the
That's
premise?
from the Deadpool guys.
Yeah, he's funny though. I do
know,
like
but
Gosling.
I think we've got enough. I've got enough ironic comedy from Gosling. Like Go do something else now. I dealt with that last
Here's you're ready for a bad movie. The Amy Winehouse biopic.
Yeah. Did you see the reviews of this Bob Marley movie?
Not good.
Brutal.
Oh, the Mad Max prequel.
Yep. With
Furiosa.
Yep. Did you like Mad Max Fury Road?
Didn't get into either of them. No,
What does that mean?
Didn't get into. I didn't watch it.
You didn't like
didn't
it?
see it.
It's great.
Eddie.
It's great. You
Eddie.
like it, Eddie. It's
Yeah,
great.
it's
It's just
good.
chaos.
Yeah.
It's chaos. You'd like it.
Eddie.
Yeah, I'm just not like a big box action kind of movie guy. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, you know, as you could see, this was just without watching any trailers. It's all like
Right.
historical franchise shit.
Well, who are the big filmmakers of movies? Like, what are the Oscar bait movies for the end of the year? Do we know?
That's right. I guess maybe we'll get to it in this. I don't know.
Because this PTA Leo movie is not coming out this year, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay, that would be next year.
Ballerina, the John Wick movie with Ana de Armas, which could be a great way to kill that franchise if it's
I
bad.
think that's going to suck.
Yeah, it's a great way to kill that franchise if it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's apparently in it.
But it's going to be bullshit. He's made it for like 2 minutes.
Pixar's got Inside Out 2.
That's my prediction, by the way, is going to be the biggest box office movie of this year.
Inside Out 2?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe
There
that.
are movies, my daughter's that age where Inside Out, she was 7 or 8 when the first one came out. Like Frozen. Every like 10 years, that's a movie that's stuck through the generations.
Mm-hmm.
Like she still likes it. Younger kids like it. Now like Inside Out, I think that could make $1 billion. Like that's going to be a huge.
Did you like it?
Worldwide? Yeah, it was a cute. Like I'm
Yeah.
not. I feel uncomfortable when grown men like really, really like Pixar movies.
When
I
they're
feel like there's
diehards,
other
yeah.
shit going on.
No, we can move on from this.
What do you mean? Why you love that one?
Yeah, I love Pixar movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like this. Well, you just said her. I mean, this is a deeply strange, depressed person.
Yeah, it's true.
You go there for escapism.
Excited to get the Funko Pop.
There's an
doll.
Alien movie coming out.
Yeah.
Alien Romulus.
I feel like we've had enough of that
Pass.
franchise too. Yeah.
Are those worth it? I haven't gone back and watched them.
You've never seen any of
Yeah,
them?
No.
Eddie.
The first two are
Eddie,
great.
what the fuck?
The first two are great. The rest,
I love movies, but I have a lot of holes in my.
Eddie,
That's a big
Holes would be that's a
Yeah.
Holes. The movie itself would be a hole. No, it wouldn't.
Eddie. These
Alien,
are,
great.
seen that.
Aliens. That one you've seen?
these
No,
are
I've seen
these are
holes.
craters.
Oh, I know.
Aliens, these are holes. These are.
I know. Not
What's the
like-
biggest one? Godfather? You've seen?
I've seen Godfather. Seen
Goodfellas,
Godfather
obviously,
too.
you've
Seen Goodfellas. Love Goodfellas. Scarface, pretty big hole.
I think a little overrated.
Yeah, I
Really?
do too.
It's just that's one everyone's like, what? You never seen.
Alien and Aliens gets me kind of. Mad Max, I can understand a little. It's more recent, but Aliens that's a must.
Yeah, you'd like those. I think. Maybe you wouldn't.
I'm trying to think of other big holes.
2 top 25 movies for me of all time.
Heat's on my list. I think that's.
You've never seen Heat?
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Really, Eddie?
No.
Really, you haven't?
No, I haven't seen Heat.
What? Eddie.
No. That's why, I had a whole series where it was like I watch movies for the first time.
Right,
Like,
right.
So every movie, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, what?
No, there's I got the Movie Pass changed my life.
What a sentence.
Because it did. It's
What a
like,
life it was before. Now everything's changed.
for real. Like now I see everything I want to see.
What was the last movie you saw in the theater?
I saw Iron Claw.
That was last year.
Never,
Yeah, no-
by the way.
How has that changed your life then? You haven't gone this year?
Nothing's been good yet.
I'm
thought
not
about
that fan
doing-
though if it's changed your life so much.
Well, I go when something piques my interest.
Iron Claw, what were
I
you
thought
saying?
about seeing Night Swim. I didn't go.
I saw it with my son.
How was that?
It was dumb, but it was like fun dumb.
Yeah.
It was a perfectly passable hour and 40 minutes.
I saw 23 in theaters last year. It's a good
23.
amount. 23 movies.
Oh, I was at 23.
I'm going to clown Eddie for a second.
What's that?
October 1st, 2021.
Oh, my
Iron Claw?
No.
Oh.
Just got out of the theater. Many Saints of Newark was so damn good.
I forgot about this tape.
yeah. White Sox Dave loves to kill me for that. Loves to kill me for that.
Blind Mike on my show that weekend was like, he's like, I thought that was a really good movie. I was like, Mike, it's the fucking maybe the worst movie.
Now listen.
The Sopranos means so much to me. I was like, my brother and I went to see it. I was like, he's like, are you okay? I was like, I'm like getting really upset. Like, this is really upsetting me.
Now listen, I'm not someone that will die on unnecessary hills. Okay. In the theaters, I saw it opening night. You hear the theme music. You see the old guys back. You do get caught up in the moment.
Did you like the pinky thing at the end?
No.
Okay.
That was tough. I did think the way they set it up, I thought the first 45 minutes were good, and I think it fell off a cliff.
Essentially, it was to me like an okay flashback episode of The Sopranos that they would do every year or whatever once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of what it felt like to me. It just didn't feel like it felt so unnecessary.
Yeah, and I think people just wanted it to be
Right.
the best of all time.
That was 2020?
2021.
2021. Okay, yeah.
Joker, too.
That's this year too.
It's a musical.
That's gonna make a shit.
I don't know how I missed that too.
I think it'll make way less than the first one. Lady Gaga's in it though.
Yeah.
It's a musical.
I'm going opening night with White Sox Dave because he stands on his take that Joker was one of the worst movies he's ever seen.
He's a fucking idiot. And like I'm not like
I gotta admit I didn't love it, but I would not say
I'm not gonna cape for it. But that's where like that's when I think it's good. I give it a 90. I think it's a good movie.
I liked it better when it was called The King of Comedy and like De
Yeah,
Niro was in
true.
it.
There's a better
To me, it's like
version
a ripoff, but it's fine.
But one of the worst ever. I hate that. I hate hyperbolic takes on movies like that.
I thought it was good, not great. Yeah. And I think this one will be. I don't know what else there is to do with it.
Wicked.
That'll be huge. I don't really care about it, but that'll be huge. Yeah. We're not seeing Eddie and I aren't seeing that.
Nah.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
From Robert Eggers though.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd see that.
Next Bong Joon-ho movie, which I don't know how big it'll be. Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson. Bong Joon-ho is
Parasite director.
Yes.
Has a huge can't miss label on him. His movies are fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely worth seeing.
Which Denis Villeneuve has too. That's another thing, a big reason why June too. Yeah. Francis Ford Coppola's movie coming out this year.
Really?
Megalopolis, yeah, which he's been talking about for almost 50 years.
Which I would guess
it's going to stink.
It's going to suck ass.
But I'll go see it. I mean, I owe him that. I mean, he made the two Godfathers, Apocalypse Now, and The Conversation. I owe him that. It's got a great cast. I mean, the cast is insane.
Who's in it?
Adam Driver's in it. Do you have the cast list?
Yeah, so it's Adam Driver. Just set it down there. Adam Driver, Forrest Whitaker, Aubrey Plaza.
That's it? I felt like there's a bunch
Jason
of people with
Schwartzman.
cameos. Okay. Who's his nephew? Yeah.
It's a love story, he said. A woman is divided between two loyalties to two men. But not only to two men. Each man comes with a philosophical principle. One is her father who raised her. The other one, who is the lover, is the enemy of the father.
The description of this. That's not good. That's not good. That's never good. I'll go see it though. It's probably 9 hours.
We talked about Francis Ford Coppola recently, and I mean, legend made two of the greatest movies ever made.
4 of the greatest.
Yeah, true. But and like I think Godfather 3 is unfairly crapped on.
But it's not a great movie.
No.
Though. Yeah.
But then he made either nothing or dog shit for how many decades?
It would be like if Jordan, like after like his first title, kept playing the NBA and averaged like 13 points a game for like 8 years.
And so when he talks about modern day movies, I kind of scoff a little bit. It's
Scorsese, I feel like can do that.
Yes, Spielberg can do it.
Definitely.
Where I'm like, when he talks, I was like, all right.
Yeah, right. I agree with that.
What's his next big thing, Spielberg?
Unknown.
Yeah.
He was floating around Superman for a while, remember? But then he didn't do that. I would like to see him make one more movie like that.
Yeah,
he
can do it.
With the world of technology now with him, do one more, but he's not.
I don't know when the next Jordan Peele movie is. I think it might be next year.
Right, because that was
very selective.
That was my favorite movie of 2022.
Did you see Nope?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
did you like it or no? It's okay if you didn't.
Eddie.
I liked it the least out of all.
There's no pinky swears on it.
Yeah, I liked it.
That's your.
I needed the animal in a casket.
Yeah, you don't love it. You don't have to love it. I don't.
I think it's incredible.
If somebody doesn't like a movie, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah.
I thought Us was underrated.
I liked Us quite a bit.
Yeah.
I thought I would agree.
Mm-hmm. I actually think his Twilight Zone franchise is pretty good.
You've talked about this a bunch. Peele is one of the few now who is
he's like a Spielberg a little bit.
Yeah, he's reaching that which Nope was really in a sense kind of a nod to Jaws, but he's reaching that territory of like appointment viewing.
Mm-hmm. Like he's kind of where like Shyamalan was after like his first 2 movies to me.
A lot of trust in the audience right now, where you're just going to see.
Yeah, you want to see it.
I'm going to go see it no matter what.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
What movie are you looking forward to the most on the Eddie list? Can I take a guess?
Yeah.
If you can only see one, you're only allowed to see first pick in the draft. You can only see one.
You're going to get it wrong, but
all right, confidence, Eddie. I think you're a sneaky. I think you want Challengers.
I do want to see that.
Yeah.
And also, it's been shoved down my throat for like a half a year,
Right.
and I have to like wait. So
You're a
there's
tennis
that
guy. You're a threesome guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Both of those guys.
What is it?
Well, I forgot to put it on the list, but Joker 2 is probably the one.
How does that help?
That's why I said you're not going to get it. I don't know
Are
how.
you looking forward to the movie or more the White Sox Dave experience of seeing it with him?
I never typically look forward to that.
Sure, I can understand that.
So I'm looking forward to the movie.
White Sox Dave kind of reminds me of the Joker, like mentality-wise. So maybe that scares him.
Maybe.
It's so close to home.
Do you want to hear his take on this? Should we grab him?
Yeah, grab him.
And have you ever heard his Denzel take as well?
He's the same guy in every movie?
Yeah.
I've heard that from other people.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go grab
We
it.
don't need to do that one today.
Yeah, we don't have to do that. We've done that.
Yorgos Lanthimos had another movie coming out. Has the anthology movie coming out
With Emma Stone again.
Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Willem Dafoe, Margaret Qualley.
I'm a little sick of Jesse Plemons. I feel like he's in too much.
He isn't a lot.
And he is kind of the same in every movie.
What are some other movies that are? What are some other Oscar?
I mean, I don't want to get into it, but Denzel is one of the 5 greatest actors this country's ever produced. But we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Hello, Dave.
Morning, everybody.
Well, good afternoon, Dave. It's afternoon.
Dave, we're talking like
World War II
movie-
movie coming out this year, called Blitz from Steve McQueen, who did 12 Years a Slave about.
12 Years a Slave. And which
Blitz.
was great. What's the one he did with Liam Neeson was in it? And Jesus Christ. What was the name of it? He did the Viola Davis.
Oh,
One-word title. I think I'm in a dozen now.
I saw it with Francis. Francis showed up about an hour and a half late to the movie.
I liked it.
Fuck, that's gonna piss me off.
This is what happens on the
it's not
dozen.
like Moonlight, not like Fences.
You know what it does when you get the word in your head and it's like
Yeah.
right here? I have it.
At a live show, we had a question,
first
and
letter.
the answer was Lupe Fiasco, and I was literally listening to Lupe Fiasco on the
You
plane there
could-
that day, and it didn't come into my head.
That's the worst when that's
Yeah.
like
You'll get a W.
widows. Damn it. This is what happens.
It's tough.
I'm working on very little sleep, though, to be fair.
You are.
To be fair.
Not
Go ahead.
much at all. So we were talking movies. We're kind of previewing the year 2024. Obviously, Joker 2 comes out. And I just wanted to get into your Joker take a little bit.
I think I'm not that.
I didn't enjoy the movie.
I don't think I'm that far off from you on this one.
I didn't. I don't think I enjoyed it. I liked it though.
I didn't.
Did you think it was good though?
The,
Both
I
could. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? You can.
I thought that like the cinematography, and I thought
Was
that
good
was
or bad?
all insanely well
Looked
done.
really good.
It was incredible. I thought.
Do you think Joaquin Phoenix was good?
He was incredible. The plot, I didn't like at all.
I am actually. Can I say
all
this?
of a sudden,
I'm agreeing with everything White Sox Dave is saying about this.
all of a sudden he has a cult following, just like kind of conjured out of nowhere, and he's like got this
Oh my
like
God.
mass of people that like swear by him like he's
fucking-
Charles Manson.
He's
and
fucking right.
Character over plot.
He's kind of right.
To quote Martin Scorsese's character over
I
plot.
didn't like the movie. I saw it, and I've done this before. So I saw Inglourious Bastards in theater.
You liked
didn't
that?
like it.
Oh, really?
Didn't
Wow.
like it in theaters. I've seen it many times since. It's
you
now
seen
one
that,
of my
Eddie?
all-time favorite movies.
Oh boy.
I've changed. I will change.
I mean,
my
that's.
opinion.
I can understand. I actually can like.
It's a
You can't get
slow
mad at somebody if
movie.
they don't like something.
No, I like
It's
Joker. Inglourious Bastards. Like, if you told me
It's
right now that was
slow-paced.
bad, I would have. I would.
See, I don't do that.
I
As I've
didn't,
gotten
I didn't
older,
think
like,
it was bad. I was
it's like
just
getting
like,
mad at
yeah,
somebody
it
if they don't like
It wasn't my
tomatoes. Like,
favorite
if you don't like it,
Tarantino
you don't like
movie.
it. Yeah.
But
a great
now
movie.
it's like I've seen it many times. It's one of my all-time favorite movies now.
I actually don't think Brad Pitt's great in it, but it's a great. I think it's a great movie.
he's intentionally corny in it.
Yeah, I know that is the one my flaw with that. But Joker, I'm kind of with you.
He's done that a lot in his recent movies. Like at the end
It's
of
kind
Django,
of like Denzel. You get the
got-
same thing in every one, you know.
I agree.
Totally, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
He's
jeez.
yeah. I know what you're doing, but yeah.
No, I understand Joker. There's a handful of movies though where if someone were to sit here and tell me, not that you didn't like it, but if he were to be like, Inglourious Bastards is bad, I'd be like, all right, this needs to be a discussion now.
and a lot of this
That
is
that
What
gets
do you
me.
explain to him why it's good? He's not.
I'm
gonna
digging my
listen.
heels in a lot because people are like, "You're a fucking idiot. That movie is fucking incredible," and that just makes me say, "Fuck you." That movie completely fucking sucks.
It's the attitude I like.
Which you've been known to do.
Did it completely fucking suck? No, I just said two things were like otherworldly
Well, it's
good.
a pretty
in it.
divisive movie. Like I know, but there are a lot of people who don't like it. Joker.
Yeah.
Like
That's the line for me is we're like not liking it's fine. It's people who, which I know it's Dave being Dave, would be like that's the
But
worst piece
people
of
are
shit
also the
ever
same
made.
thing
I'm
to
like,
me.
well, that's crazy.
I've never said that. I don't like the movie.
What grade would you give it? Letter grade. C plus.
A C. Like if I
See,
never
I'd give
saw
it
it
like a
ag-
B plus or B minus or C
if
plus.
I never saw it again, I wouldn't care. But I have seen it a couple times since, trying to see if I missed something the first few times,
No.
and I have not. Like I don't like that movie.
Good take.
No, I'm fine with that. I get crazy when people call something the worst X ever, the big like it's not. That's crazy.
And we're gonna go opening night for Joker 2.
I'll go. I would like to talk about Denzel though for a moment.
I just think I've
so
heard
many
this take
times.
from other people, and it's perfect. Like I said, I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change mine. I think he's a great actor.
I think he's a great actor. He's
Do you think
great
he's
at
the
what
same
he
guy in
does.
every movie?
Every single movie.
Have you seen Glory?
Just variations of himself.
Have you seen Glory? We won this
Yes,
first Oscar.
I have.
The new Macbeth
Yes,
movie.
I have not seen the new Macbeth movie. I've seen most of his heavy hitters.
And what is it? Give me the description. Like what every time you get
like
what?
I've said this before.
Yeah.
every single movie. It doesn't matter if he's a football coach in Jim Crow laws. It doesn't matter if he's a fucking a gangster, an American gangster, like a head of mafioso. He's does this every. All right. He does it every single fucking movie.
Matthew McConaughey?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wasn't it?
Not.
Okay.
Am I wrong? There's
every movie the
compilations
guy who's just
on
all right,
you-
all right.
No, just in that same like pissed off, like
I see what
like
you're saying.
dejected.
I get what you're saying. I understand that. Yeah, I've heard people say that. Like I get what you're saying.
There's compilations of YouTube on it.
Sure.
It's fact. He does it. Like his mannerisms, the way he approaches how he acts in most roles are.
My guess is though, if you
very
isolate
similar.
people who've been around a long time, you can do that.
Yeah, you
With
know a
Tom
lot of people,
Cruise or
a
with
lot
Tom
of
Hanks. I think everybody has
See,
their.
but like I say
everybody-
this, like you have Monster Candy from Django. Leonardo DiCaprio, then he goes and he plays a mentally handicapped kid in he has
What's he
range
great?
on fucking range on range. Every single role.
He does,
that
but
Denzel has
Leo
is just-
plays. We talk about Leo plays a lot of dummies. Leo plays.
Yeah, he could play a dummy.
He plays
well.
a lot of dummies in kind of the same way. He kind of played the character in Flower Moon the same way he kind of played Jordan Belfort. He plays kind of like this. Like it's not like it's. I don't think
that
you're
was just-
wrong on Denzel, but I think that's the case with a lot
How
of
often
people.
does
No,
how often
it
does Leo, how
definitely
often does
is.
Leo
It
play a
definitely
really
is.
smart guy?
I mean, Belfort,
But not
You can't
really.
say
But also
Yeah.
dumb. Like,
But he's like a
Yeah.
he's kind of a dumb.
he's a
he's
meathead.
a
New York,
meathead guy.
yeah.
That's a better.
How many times
better
he played a
word for
really
it.
sophisticated Gatsby? I mean,
I haven't seen Gatsby.
Would you
I heard it's
consider
not very
Aviator?
good though.
Yes. Yeah. He's
But I'm-
excellent.
I'm saying, like, there's-
I mean, Leo's a great, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But, like,
and I
like,
love
people- common
Denzel
thing.
Washington
So you think
movie.
he's
I know
more-
it is.
you think
But
he's
like if
almost
you
more
say that
like-
about Denzel, people lose their fucking minds. If you say it about anybody else, like anybody else who's kind of similarly
There are very many famous movie stars who,
Yeah.
like Clint Eastwood was like that. John
Definitely.
Wayne was like that.
Definitely.
So you're saying he's almost more in that mold.
Yeah, which is fine. Just it doesn't make it a bad thing. I love Denzel. I love his movies, but he is pretty much the same guy in every movie.
Okay.
Like going, well, I don't know what his name is. I remember the Titans, but go
Herman
Coach Boone.
Boone?
Boone, yeah,
Yes.
Coach
I
Boone.
think
Coach
just passed away. Yeah.
Like
I think a couple years
it's
ago.
the same guy as American Gangster, like tough, like fuck you attitude.
So it's almost the characters he plays.
Yes,
So
it
you
has
want-
nothing to
you
do.
want him
Like,
to
oh my god,
play-
you're saying the American Gangster is the same plot as Remember the Titans? I'm like, no, it has nothing to fucking do
So you
with
want
the
him to
plot.
play now a mentally challenged boy. like
Yeah,
Leo
I would
did.
like to
Okay.
see
I would
some
be interested in
range.
that. If he did that, I
Yes.
would be very in.
exactly.
Leo could not play that role now, Dave. The world has changed.
That is changed. It
They would
has
not
changed,
cast
yeah.
him in that role.
Oh.
I think it's actually kind of flipping back a little bit.
I've missed this because you're telling me that.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, with like the Shane Gillis, like speaking their minds comedically. I mean, not that that was a comedy, obviously,
Right.
but
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, yeah, SNL is big box Hollywood, but big box Hollywood's different. Where
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
those
you.
days
That's
are
true.
over. Like
Yeah.
Tom Hanks said a few years ago, he wouldn't play a gay guy now. It's like, well, you're an actor. I've never understood
Actors
that.
can
Like, you're
act,
acting.
right?
I don't like. It's
Right.
not.
yeah, then
What if you're the best actor for the role? I don't.
Scarlett Johansson, that movie got shut down, right?
Oh, she's transgender.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Jennifer Lawrence played an Asian woman, right?
In the Cameron
Emma
Crowe movie.
Stone did, yeah.
Emma Stone, Aloha.
Aloha, yeah.
Yeah, that would not happen though.
No.
no.
Right. Yeah,
Wouldn't.
Cuba Gooding Jr. would not play radio
Right.
today.
Child radio.
Radio. Yeah.
What happened to him?
He got in
trouble.
Big
He
time
is some
canceled.
Me Too.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
big time.
Bad.
Oh, it was like it wasn't Me Too. It was like
Worse.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
actually he was.
Oh.
But I'm saying I think he got Me Too a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
One of the stranger parts of the People vs. OJ, which I do love.
Oh, him as OJ?
Big fan of People vs. OJ.
He wasn't good in that though.
No, he wasn't.
Love that, but that's why that show worked. Some were good, some were bad. That show's awesome.
David Schwimmer as
Juice.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
Travolta.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Travolta. Yeah,
that
yeah.
show
I
is-
forgot. Yeah.
That show was great.
That was wild.
Courtney B. Vance, amazing as Johnny Cochran in that movie.
He was very good. And she was very good.
Darden, what's his place?
She got nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. This Is Us. Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave was also arm in arm with me. We both loved Many Saints in Newark.
That's a mistake.
That is. He's lying. That is one that completely fucking sucked.
That was terrible.
It was
Did you see it in
that-
theaters or at home?
I saw it with my brother. I was doing a live show up in Maine.
Wasn't that?
It was in theaters.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was both.
I was doing a live show up
when
in
Warner
Maine.
was doing the simultaneous release.
Yeah, we were doing a Sacco show in Maine, and my brother and I went up there for the weekend. We built the weekend around it. It was early October. It was kind of warm. We played golf that day. And the reviews are pretty good. I think the Rotten Tomatoes score is pretty high. I was always suspect. I was like, I'm not buying this. Like, why are we doing this? But he was talking me into it. We sat there, and like 90 seconds in, I was like, Nope.
Drea De Matteo was the only. I thought, and as much as I fucking loathed her character, she was actually nailed Tony's mom.
Well,
Or not Drea De.
no.
What's
Vera
no
woman from the
from
Vera Farmiga.
Vera
up in the
Farmiga.
area,
Vera
yeah.
Farmiga. That's her name.
Yeah.
But again, it's like pretending to be a character. Like it was like, you know, all the same mannerisms, and like Junior was saying his old lines. And
Yeah.
It was so corny.
There was a lot
Your
of
mother's
fan,
cunt, and I'm like, oh.
there's a lot of fan service for sure.
Right.
David Chase, who for years has been like, oh, I loathe television. Like, you can't then be part of a shitty movie. Like, you got to make something good if you're gonna shit.
And it
on
didn't
something.
have to be either. Like I had the same reservations about the offshoot Better Call Saul and El Camino or whatever it was, thinking they were going to be dog shit, just money grabs for Breaking Bad. They were both good,
You maybe could have done a good 10-hour TV series like
or something like that.
With
Yeah,
maybe Saints
like
of
one
Newark,
series or
maybe.
something. Yeah,
Because what's his face? A very good actor. The guy who played Dicky Moltisanti. What the hell's his name?
Oh, he's a little gonzo, isn't he?
Alejandro. What's his name?
I forget his name.
Alessandro Navan. I forget what his name is. I don't know. He's in like.
Alessandro Nivola.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
But like, and I hated the.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
I hated the narration. Like,
It
I
was
just didn't-
bad. It
They
was brutal.
they shot.
He
stuff.
loved it.
Who told us this? Maybe it was Steven Van Zandt when I had him on. Maybe I'm making this up. They shot something with Edie Falco. They tried that. It didn't work. They shot with Tony Sirico, prequel stuff, and they axed. There's like footage of that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
that.
think yes. Was it like was it full narration where she did the full like?
They shot like physical scenes. Like there's actual footage of Tony Sirico and of Edie Falco. Yeah.
And they just couldn't get the prequels.
Didn't think it worked. Just
Yeah.
didn't think it fit. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm with you on that one. I think Dave and I agree on a lot of this movie.
So, what would you guess it got in Rotten?
I'd say 78%.
I was gonna say 74.
71.
Yeah, but not bad.
Yeah.
It's like mild, but not like.
That's still higher than it should be.
I think the score was probably like fucking
59.
right.
I said it sucked out loud at the moment I saw the credits, and Eddie thinks it's like
No, listen.
blasphemous.
Like I said, I could back off my
That
take.
movie
I definitely see the flaws.
sucked.
But opening night in the theater, you
got
hear
lost
the
in the
music.
moment.
You do get lost in the
I can
moment.
see
You
that.
see like your friends you haven't seen in years. You got lost in the moment. Looking back, yeah, a lot of issues.
Yeah.
A lot of issues.
What is going to be the biggest grossing movie this year? I think it's Inside Out 2. Don't get caught up in Dune. It's not going to make that much money.
No, dude, it'll make more than the last one.
Yeah, but that was peak. That was same day and date release, right?
It's gonna make a lot. Yeah, it is gonna make a lot of money though.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna make the most.
It'll make like 600 million, 800 million.
Inside Out 2, I do think Wicked has an outside chance of making a shitload of money as well.
I think Inside Out 2 is just going to be generational. Like, I think girls, like, I just think, I
Really?
could tell you, yeah, I think that's going to be an enormous hit.
I think Twister's got a shot to make a B.
It's gonna make a lot of money. That'll be up
Yeah.
there.
Yep, worldwide definitely has a
Yeah.
chance. Yeah.
Get the nostalgia cash grab there.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
That
other
movie,
than
I was terrified of tornadoes living in the Midwest for like 5 years after Twister came out. Was that 95, 96?
I want to say 96 maybe. I think you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I grew up in the west suburbs, so you go 5 minutes west of me, it's just straight flat cornfields. And you could see the storms coming in. If I would see the dark skies coming from the west, I would just fucking freak out from that movie.
I feel like I need to compile a list and have you pick out which ones
Here,
I should
let me see if you've
first
seen-
and foremost.
What you've seen for my top 50.
Movies for you to see
Yeah.
in your life?
Yeah, like old ones, because that's I
How,
like
when you
watching.
say old, you mean how far back?
I mean anything like pre 75, I'm not really interested in.
Okay.
Like and I say that with like
I understand.
70s. I know like I've seen Clockwork Orange, I've seen Rocky.
All the
I've
President's
seen-
Men?
No.
It's the greatest movie ever made, I think.
Yeah.
What's the one movie that you have yet to see that the entire world has seen? Not like a recent one, but like
think there
I
is
don't know,
one.
Jurassic Park or something.
Oh, I got you.
Mine was Shrek until a year and a half ago.
Great movie.
Fantastic movie.
I'd have to think. There are definitely some like big budget $1 billion like 8 that I haven't seen in the last 10 years. I would have to guess. I got to think about that.
I've never seen a single second of, well, I've seen bits and pieces of newer ones. I saw Mandalorian, but I've never seen Star Wars.
So I'm at the age where like if a movie came out in the early 90s and I was like 18 or 19,
Yeah.
like 13 or 14-year-olds really liked it, I didn't see it. So until my son's Little League team, we went to the local theater in town, they screened it. Until a year, I'd never seen The Sandlot.
Oh my God.
Because it just, age-wise, just didn't, just like I missed
Please
it.
tell me you still loved
That
it
happens.
It was good. It was okay. But
You saw it as
also
an
seeing it as a
adult.
48-year-old.
Right.
I'll tell you what though, the kids, the team, they loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie I liked more when I was
I didn't like the.
Of course, you like it more when
I
you're
didn't
younger,
like
but
the
still,
old. I didn't like the
love
guy
it.
announcing the game at the end. It felt stupid to
yeah.
me. But like, I liked when it was the guys. Yeah, I liked those.
Barry Spielberg.
Very.
Yeah. Spielberg would have loved that.
But I like what I like. It reminds you of being a kid. I like when the kids are together breaking each other's balls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally in on that.
for sure.
I had no
Wars
idea
movie.
Dennis Leary was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know
for
that. I'd never known that.
A
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
scenes.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
the dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Wars movies.
Okay. I've seen The Phantom Menace.
Is that the one with the pod racers?
Yep.
So I have seen that one.
you
in
seen the
theaters.
original film?
No, I've never seen the original.
So I tried.
but I don't remember a thing about it.
Before The Force Awakens came out, I tried to watch them all. I've seen bits. I've seen the first one. I've seen Empire, but I need to like heavily rewatch it. I don't think I've
And
seen
Empire's
Jedi.
my greatest movie of all time. I think
Really?
Empire's
I think it's tough to watch those movies now for the first time as like an adult though. Those movies look old. Empire, I think, is a great movie. But the other two, if you're watching it for the first time, I don't think you're gonna love it.
No, I didn't love.
I love it because I watched it when I was a kid.
Goodfellas you've seen.
Yep.
This is you will not watch this.
Let me just say it. Let me see if I can guess if Eddie's seen it. Yes or no?
Seven Samurai.
No
I know
chance.
you.
No.
Never
Lord of the
heard-
Rings trilogy.
No.
I tried to give the first one a watch. I didn't.
Which we don't differ
so-
much. You don't like them.
I think that's.
We don't differ
they're-
much
they're-
on top stuff.
know what
You
they
don't
are?
I don't like that genre of movie.
Oh no.
If I'm like hungover on a Saturday morning and they're on, I'll keep them on in the background. That's fine for me.
I mean, it's
It's not a.
We a lot of different. Back to the Future.
Mike. Sorry.
Back to the Future.
Yes.
All time great.
Love
great
it.
movie, right?
Yeah, all time great.
Love it.
Should I skip like the newer ones, like Blade Runner 2049? I'll skip the newer ones.
Yeah.
All the President's Men. You said no.
No.
I'll say Social Network.
Yes.
Yes. Great movie.
Yeah. Loved it.
Jaws.
Yes.
Great movie.
Yes. Great movie.
Gonna skip over this one. Oppenheimer, Best Picture winner, coming
Great
up
movie.
soon. Singing in the Rain is definitely a no.
Nope.
Toy Story.
Yep.
Willy Wonka.
Yep.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Refer to Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Watched it. I obviously saw pieces. Watched it for the first time, start to finish, last year before.
Yeah,
What'd you
last
think?
summer.
So
Before the new one came out.
yeah. So my take is and you're gonna hate this, I'm sure. I like Temple of Doom more than Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What a take.
Yeah, I did. I would say I think I go Crusade, Temple of Doom, Raiders, Dial of Destiny, and then obviously.
I think Last Crusade's the best one.
Yeah, that's so I prefer Raiders, but Last Crusade is right up there.
Yes.
I think Raiders probably a better movie. But Last Crusade is just more. For me though, like I'm a huge Sean Connery guy, so like him being in that, but it's also just a fun movie.
Yeah. Great ending.
I actually think
I loved it.
Temple of Doom, I think, is actually now almost underrated. Like, it's not
I
great.
enjoyed the new one. I had fun with it.
Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
The
I
best part
enjoyed
of
it.
that movie to me was the beginning when they de-aged him.
I
I would have
it.
watched that for an hour and a half. I was fine.
The Aliens one was bad.
I didn't like
was
the
bad.
Antonio Banderas part. Like, I was just stupid. They were in the water. I don't know.
Yeah.
Truman Show.
Yes.
That's one of your top 25 movies.
Truman Show.
Don't like
Good
that.
movie. Top 25 ever. That's a tall statement.
It's high praise.
That's high praise.
What
Amazing
number?
movie. Best Picture nominee.
No,
Not like I'm picking like.
I don't believe it was nominated.
No,
for Best Picture.
really?
I don't think so.
I think that's high.
What would I know?
In my opinion.
They may or not be in each category.
I don't believe it was. That was 98.
Maybe it wasn't that.
Well, hold on. It was 98?
99.
Great fucking movie though.
98 or 99?
I saw it at drive-in. Yeah.
Departed
I thought
you've
it was
definitely
98.
seen.
I
Part
love
I've
that movie.
seen.
That came out October 6, 2006.
But Truman Show was 98, right?
I remember the
Did I lose my
exact date
mind?
that
98.
Departed came
Correct.
out.
So that would be Saving Private Ryan year, Shakespeare in Love, Thin Red Line, Elizabeth, and Life is Beautiful. I think were the 5 best pictures.
Yep. Shakespeare in Love, Elizabeth, Life is Beautiful, Saving Private Ryan, The Thin Red Line.
Right. Mm-hmm. Truman Show should have been nominated. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Better than fucking Elizabeth, but yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Moving on, it got nominated for director, actor,
Yeah,
and
Peter Weir was
screenplay.
direct. Actor.
Yeah, supporting actor, Ed Harris.
Okay. Actually, not Carrie.
I was gonna say,
Great
I
hat
didn't
and
know he's ever
glasses.
been. Has he ever been nominated?
Jim
No,
Carrey, no.
right?
No.
They don't have a
Nominated for Globe. There you go.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
No Country for Old Men.
Yep.
Okay.
Like it?
fucking
I
fantastic
did.
movie.
I did.
One of the greats.
Whiplash, recent one, but
No.
you
You would
Whiplash.
really
You should watch Whiplash.
that you would love.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Have not.
It's on
You,
the
you
list.
would actually like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
No.
He's not going to see that yet.
No, probably not. I don't know. Recent. E.T.?
Yes.
Okay.
Like it?
Yeah, E.T.'s good.
Airplane?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't love that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on.
a little dated. I mean,
Didn't
it's dated.
love that.
It is. It is.
I think it's very
I
funny.
can't. Older comedies, I can't fall. I really, because I don't know if I saw them now.
Correct.
And not when I was a kid. I don't. Yeah.
Correct. And I saw it more recently.
Yeah, I can
that's
see
fine.
that.
I think it's hilarious.
Very
I love
funny.
it.
One of my favorites.
It's so stupid.
Caddyshack?
Yep.
Which you don't love Caddyshack.
Don't like it.
Yeah. That's my dad's favorite movie.
Is it?
That's a big part of it. No show you've seen. Pulp Fiction?
Yep.
That's top 5 for me.
Alien?
No.
Saving Private Ryan?
Yep.
Psycho?
Not fully, no.
I'm not a big Saving Private Ryan fan.
No?
Why not?
Here's why. So, you seen it many times or no?
I have, yes. Yes.
So the movie starts with the old guy, which I hate the opening with the old guy and the family. I fucking hate that shit. So it begins with the old guy, right? And it goes from his eyes to the battle, the opening battle.
Yep.
And then at the end, we see it's Matt Damon. Mm-hmm. Matt Damon was not in that battle.
That fucks me up, and I hate that you just brought that to my attention.
Always bothered me. Dave.
He was not. He didn't.
Wasn't
storm,
there?
He didn't storm Normandy, or he wasn't on that.
He wasn't
beach.
with those guys.
Yeah,
he
wasn't with those
that
guys.
crew.
Yes.
It should be Edward Burns.
Fuck
or
you.
it should
Why
be
did
Hank.
you have to do that?
These are things that bother me.
That bothers me.
Yeah.
So you just look past. Just
That's
like me
just
with,
a continuity
me
thing.
with
The
Willy
rest of the
Wonka and the
movie's
mom
great.
song. You just look past. You just gotta look past.
Willy
God
Wonka's
damn it.
mom song is bad, but it
You know what he's
doesn't.
talking about?
It's true.
I'd have to watch it
So
again.
Saving Private Ryan, the movie begins.
Oh
There's
my
this
God.
old guy. He's visiting. He's going back to
The
graveyard.
to the graveyard
of
in Normandy.
Tom Hanks. Yes.
Yeah. So he is there with his wife. He's an old man. And there's a bunch of granddaughters in the back. I remember being in the theater like, these women have enormous breasts. Do you remember this or no?
That's huge tits.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was like very
Massive.
very confused by this whole thing. And so they go from his he collapses. He's got the old man make, and this old guy, by the way, then later played Kelly Taylor's grandfather in 90210. Not relevant to the conversation. So they go from his eyes, basically oh, I remember that day, and it's his old eyes, and they go right into the battle, the famous, tremendous battle scene. I mean, indisputably great war scene. And so they do the whole movie, and at the end, Hanks dies, and he says, "Earn this" to Matt Damon's character because they were there to save him because of his, he's the one remaining Ryan brother.
Yeah.
And they go from Damon's eyes to the old guy's eyes but the old guy is going from
Right.
He wasn't there.
It's
He wasn't
no,
in the
he wasn't
beginning.
there. Right. It's continuity.
Yeah.
It's a big fuck up if but no one. You're the only one that notices that.
I think of this stuff all the time. If I ever met Spielberg, that's the one thing I would say to him, and he'd be like, "Get the fuck away from me." But I would say,
You
that.
have a
I'd
great
be like,
point,
"Hey,
though.
listen, you had a good career, Steve, but you want." And also, I remember being in the theater. I saw the opening night in the theater, and you have to remember this is 1998. Mm-hmm. So Cheers had just ended 5 years earlier. The audience started laughing when Ted Danson's in the film. Mm-hmm. The audience started laughing because he was still Sam Malone. He wasn't Ted Danson we know now. Very strange casting, putting Ted Danson in Saving
yeah,
Private Ryan.
they have a few weird.
Paul Giamatti's in it. Mm-hmm. But it's a great movie. But that has always bothered me. Saving Private Ryan.
That really bothers me now. It's so minuscule, but it's so large at the same time.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any
It
sense.
renders the whole thing
at all.
nonsensical. Yeah.
It makes exactly that. Both those scenes are pointless because of that.
Correct.
It can't happen.
This is why Jeff will give these movies 100, but I can't. There's very few hundreds on my list.
Are these all hundreds?
How many
No,
are we through?
I have 14 100s at about
Saving Private Ryan 100?
no
98?
about 6,000 movies. Saving Private Ryan 97.
Yeah, I mean it's a great movie.
Yeah. There's I
It
read
drops off
this
quick.
about
90. There's very few I give any 98, 98. Very few. After that, in comparison to everything else.
what did you give All Quiet on the Western Front?
I don't honestly remember, but probably
That was good,
low
not
90s.
great.
I didn't fall in love with it. Terminator 2. I'll finish that.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Raging Bull.
No.
You never seen
Raging Bull.
Great movie.
Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
Inception.
That's number 2 for me.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I didn't really
Inception's fine.
Yeah.
It's good, not great.
Yeah.
I could against one I could see people know well. I do fucking love that movie. Never
Here's
seen
a
Casablanca. He's not
take.
gonna see
I
Casablanca.
think
That's
Joseph
a top
Gordon-Levitt.
Casablanca. He's not gonna.
Probably see
not gonna get any
Casablanca
movie.
though.
I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt's kind of a shitty actor.
But even
I think he's kind of a shitty actor.
Not a big enough role in the movie for even to I actually don't even necessarily disagree with you, but
There's a scene where Ellen Page? What?
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page, whatever.
Jesus.
what
What is Bad Boy on here already?
She's coming out of one of the dreams or something, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's leaning over, he's like, it's okay. It's You look like you're trying to
criticism.
But no, the shitty act, how bad the acting is in that scene. It's like, dude, you look like you're trying to act poorly.
That's the difference when I think with me, like I will critique movies, but they're like the little nitpicking that I can't.
I had in my when I did my radio show, I did a podcast at the same time. This podcast had kind of just started, well, sort of. And we wound up getting John Krasinski on. I did it in person with him. And I did this with him. Like, you're now like John Krasinski. About Saving Private Ryan, I think. And a couple of other movies. The Departed was one of them, which I think has got huge flaws in it. One of the huge flaws in The Departed is, like, Matt Damon literally, like, sneaks back into the office and deletes stuff. Like, that's one. My other Departed criticism is I don't care if you break DiCaprio's arm 40 times. Jack Nicholson is never letting a former police guy ever in his crew. Like, that's just never. Like, he's like, I can get another dummy to do this.
Yeah.
So I said that to Krasinski. Krasinski's like, why don't you just like enjoy the movies?
I
was like, John, I probably should do that.
But you do though.
Oh yeah, but stuff like that bothers me.
I think it's fair to point out flaws though.
But I think we're talking about saying if a movie is one of the great, like to me, I'd probably have 6 movies I would give 100 to, maybe 8. But you could probably nitpick those. You know, I'm sure.
But so some people 6 is a lot.
Yeah, there's some who say, well, we know.
We just went through it with his show. A caller in his show, which we won't even get into.
Yeah, don't only get in my show. We're good.
Like refuses to give The Godfather 100. He's like, it's the best movie. But then to get like, why? So then nothing can be better. I'm like, well, I hate to break it to you, you're never going to say anything better then.
Right.
Like if that's the case. But like a great,
it leaves the opportunity for something because you say never. It's not a non-zero chance.
Also, but there are people I think generationally now who are afraid.
Yes.
To say that a new movie is a great old movie. Like,
for sure.
Oppenheimer to me is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Really?
Some people may not like it, but to me it's to me the best 3 movies of this century are Zodiac, There Will Be Blood, and Oppenheimer. And to me, I'll put those 3 movies up against any movies ever made. Like why? Like sometimes I get in this debate, like with the NBA or the NFL, like things get better. Like why wouldn't movies get like at least like why have they gotten worse?
Athletes, like technology and training regimens.
Like Christopher Nolan is a great director. Mm-hmm. David Fincher is a great director. Greta Gerwig, I didn't love Barbie, but there's a great director. There are great directors out there.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. Is that a movie I will look back on and say I should have saw it in theaters?
Put it this way.
Yeah.
I like one of my favorite Oppenheimer reoccurring themes is that it changed Ryan Whitney's life. Wow. He'll text us and be like, yeah, he's like, I'm really thinking about Oppenheimer.
He listens to the soundtrack, like when he's like mowing the lawn.
It's like changed his like intellect. He's like intellectually a different person now.
I told you in the real time. I don't know why you would not see that. It was a.
You will regret not
that
seeing
feels
it.
Like a movie that you should probably watch on the big screen.
He refuses to go.
It's
even
still playing.
Maverick. I
Still
told
playing.
him many times. I was
Yeah,
like, dude,
Maverick's
goes.
another one where if you didn't see it in theaters, that's
I dropped $6,000 on a home
which I didn't
theater
like very
system
much.
just so I could bring the theater to my house.
Didn't love Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, I loved it.
I
loved it for exactly what it was.
I do
though.
love it as well.
It was cheesy. The sub actors are fucking bad. Like the chick actor, I love it for what it is, though.
I love the first movie, so I can't be critical.
I love the first movie too.
My problem with Top Gun Maverick is when he comes in. Like Val Kilmer has a scene. I'm about to do this again. Right?
Yeah,
Val Kilmer has a scene with him.
He's actually sick, you know.
Oh, I know that. No. Val, I got nothing against Val. I love Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
crazy.
he's great. He's the best.
Val Kilmer has a scene with him where he's like, "You have to teach these kids, right?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You got to teach them to do what we can do." And Tom Cruise is like, "Yeah, I do." And then Val Kilmer dies, and he's like, "You got to, and they're like, you got to teach these kids." And he goes and he just like, then flies the plane himself and shows them what they can't do. Then he flies the plane himself at the end. You didn't fucking teach him anything. You did everything yourself.
No, he showed that because they're
talking about
Mission
pulling
Impossible 10 G's and shit.
The last 15 minutes of the movie is a Mission Impossible
Watch
movie.
me do it.
When they crash, I was like in the theater. I went to see the opening night with my son. I dragged him to see it. He didn't want to see it, but I was like, I want to see Top Gun with my son. You know,
It's a dad's son
with my
for
father.
sure.
My father also now gone.
Yeah.
When the plane crashed, I was like, wow. This is killing Tom Cruise, and this is a great move. Like
it would have been a better movie.
Like,
if
this is
done
a
that. I agree with
bold.
that.
They're going on. He taught them.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like if Creed, in the first Creed, or Creed 2 of Rocky's like, you know what, I'll just fight him myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like we I'm a huge fan of the Rocky franchise.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But like Stallone he's older, but he's like, I'm passing the baton over in those movies. Cruise, I think it's an interesting study of Cruise as a person and as an actor, because he always wants to be younger. He can't do that. Top Gun 3 is going to happen, which I said was going to happen. It's going to be the same shit. And everyone's going to look at them like, oh, there's only one man who can save us, and he'll fly in. It's good escapism, but I thought it kind of sucked.
I mean, they're going to have a hard time making it as good as Maverick.
I did.
Right. I think people are not going. I think people are going to be a little wary of this one. I think.
Yeah. I could see the next one like not being all that good.
Yeah.
But he's been able to top the Mission Impossible, so who knows?
I do fucking love those movies too.
Those are great, but those, yeah.
That I actually just saw Mission Impossible 1 and 2 for the first time like 2 months ago.
The recent ones make the first 3 look like dog water.
Really?
Oh, the recent ones are unbelievable.
I'm gonna have to go on a
Mission Impossible Fallout,
session.
Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, and Fallout, Rogue Nation and Fallout are amazing. And the most recent one I love as well, but those two really set it off. They're fantastic.
I need so last year we went to see 80 for Brady as a crew.
I remember that.
Yeah, and we, because Dave doesn't like Tom Brady, and we put a GoPro on him just to see his facial reactions after he sees
Go see Madam Web.
I actually gave him props for his acting chops in it. Better than I thought.
Yeah.
I need to do that for you now because I want to see where the movie goes wrong. I need to see it in your eyes and like match it up and be like, this is
yeah, like
you and I we nitpick very similar.
We're pretty much the same person.
At this point, I think we might be.
Like Creed 3. I didn't love that. Did you see Creed 3?
Yes.
I didn't love that round where they were like cartoons or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah, I was like, what am I?
Anime. Yeah.
I was like, I know Stallone has nothing to do with this now. Yeah. Now I know he has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is, I don't even mind that as much. It's for me, it's the which you sort of said, but it's the people who complain about like, oh, the plot. Plot is a crutch for people who talk about movies, and it drives me fucking crazy.
It's also important though.
It is.
It's the most important, I would say.
It's not, and probably the greatest.
It depends on the movie.
The greatest
for
director would disagree with you. I mean, Scorsese says it all the time. Scorsese famously said that right. Departed was his first plot movie.
Right.
There are character movies and there's plot movies. Sometimes the plot really people get so focused on the plot that it can be a character movie. It's a movie about the characters, not the plot in the movie. But it's a crutch that people use the word because which is it's not someone's fault. But
have you seen?
Are you talking about me with Joker particularly? Because the plot, I just
that's a character movie. That is a character study.
Yeah, and the plot fucking blows in it.
But the plot isn't like the character is the important part of that movie.
But the plot being as poor as it was affected my viewing of the movie in spite of everything else around the plot being very good and very well done.
To me, the two most important things are screenplay and casting. If neither one works, the movie's sunk. And screenplay, I think you can argue is basically plot.
I just like if your takeaway from Joe, I don't know. That's not like the point.
I understand
what you're making.
What you're making.
There's still a point that's trying to be made from the.
But like, how am I supposed to take a movie seriously? Like, I'll keep using the Joker since that's what we're talking about. Like, how am I supposed to take that seriously when all of a sudden just poof, he has a fucking massive cult following him out of nowhere? I know there was like a little lead up and everything, but
there's a way to look at that movie. There's a way to look at that movie.
Like that plot hole is so bad.
So that's the other word. That actually gives me a conniption. Plot hole is like
it fucked up the movie for me.
See, I don't get like
that's not a crutch.
To me, Top Gun
it's
Maverick.
Actually, what happened
in Top Gun Maverick, the beginning, right? Ed Harris, he steals a military plane and blows it up. Like he would be in prison
for 2 decades.
Right. So, yeah, but my thing is, but you like the movie, though, right?
Yeah.
So you put that dumb plot point aside, though.
You enjoy a movie like Top Gun for exactly what I truly
Joker's about a cartoon character.
Yeah, Joker also there. You could also interpret the Joker as not being real at all. Like the whole thing is a dream. The whole thing.
The guy's a psycho. I mean, it's in the mind.
A lot of what Joker, like the whole thing is like it's the character of that person. It's his perspective of those people may not be there. Like that's why so there's some things we're focusing on those things.
The Saving Private Ryan thing has fucked him up.
That did fuck me up.
He's never going to recover.
That really bothers me.
I'm sorry about that.
It really bothers me.
I think I did better on that list than he thought I would.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
Yeah. You did. No, you see more. Yeah. The Aliens shocked me a little bit. I was a little surprised.
To me, the biggest for a guy your age.
And you love horror.
33.
For you not to see Heat, that to me is the biggest.
I haven't seen.
He loves horror stuff too. So it's not seeing the alien movies is kind of surprising.
Oh yeah.
Does it hold up?
But Alien's not like dumb horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like the Thing horror.
And they're both different. Alien and Aliens are different styles of movies.
Yeah.
I just got a text from Ken Jack. Give it to me straight. How bad is Mark Trestman actually? Apparently the Chargers just hired him.
Oh God.
Wow.
That's crazy. All right, we can wrap this up. My last note on horror, Strangers Chapter 1. It's coming out too.
Oh, right.
The first one is my favorite horror movie of all time.
I'm watching a horror series
very
now, The House on Haunting Hill.
Yeah, I heard that was
People like
It's good.
that.
It's very good.
The
Or The
Flanagan
Haunting
one?
of Hill House. It's very
Flanagan
good.
one?
See, watch All the President's Men. So we obviously there's a couple movies here we disagree, but for the most part, you and I have
Well, a similar one.
similar, which is kind of hard to find. But we agree on without even blinking eyes. All the President's Men.
I'm gonna watch it tonight, maybe then.
All the President's Men
76.
is unbelievable.
It's about the Woodward and Bernstein, the Watergate stuff. Like
Yeah,
the
that's right
Washington
on me.
Post. Redford.
It's the best journalism movie ever made, and everything that's tried. Spotlight, pretty fucking good.
Not nearly as
But
good,
it's still that's as close as it gets because a lot of journalism movies are horrific.
I have my
Wheaton
I have my
Warrenville
Spotlight
South High
criticisms,
School.
but we only
That's true.
Right.
Also, you also
I nitpick Spotlight.
you also have a very
Well, I have an issue with the Boston Globe, but Spotlight to me has no. There's never any moments where you don't feel like every time they're like, "Well, this is gonna be a problem," and it's not a problem. Well, we don't. It's okay. And yeah, also the Globe didn't break that story, but yeah.
you also the
I mean,
personal.
I hate people that are in the movie.
Yeah.
Not the actors.
But-
they hate me, but yeah.
But it doesn't. Great. I think great movie doesn't. All the President's Men is
Yeah.
Above
it's-
everything.
Yeah.
No.
What are you saying, Dave?
Nothing. Bob Woodward went to my high school.
Who did?
No big deal. Bob Woodward.
no.
Right.
Yeah.
So did John Belushi then as well?
Yeah, he did.
'Cause
My
then
dad grew up with the Belushis.
Woodward wrote
He was
a
younger, but-
book called Wired about the Belushis, and Jim Belushi fucking hates him.
Yeah. Oh,
Total
hates
takedown
his,
book.
Really?
we interviewed Belushi. It was a while ago, a couple years ago in the old office, but I brought up, I'm like, hey, I'm like, I went to your high school, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, us and Bob Woodward, haha, and it was a bad move. He's like,
so he
yeah,
wrote
I
a book
fucking hate-
right after he died,
Yeah.
but he fucking shit all like
Yeah.
very critical. of
I
John
didn't
Belushi.
realize
Damn, I
that.
didn't know that. Yeah,
I read
this
it.
guy
Yeah.
wrote-
That's funny.
I didn't know that.
If you watch All the President's Men,
There's
though,
murals of them in our high school.
You may go down a rabbit hole of watching other related movies. You'll be gravely disappointed. The Post.
Terrible. How about the Mark Felt one?
Don't watch Mark Felt, the man who brought down
Liam
the White
Neeson.
House.
No, you don't need
If you wanna ruin your Watergate rabbit hole, it would be that movie is horrible.
I literally talked to Chief like a month ago about how I want to learn more about Watergate. So
All the President's Men's a good jumping off point.
all right,
Yeah,
good.
I think the greatest movie ever made. Myself.
Really.
It's fucking amazing. It's an amazing movie.
Looks great. Yeah.
What do
Alright,
you think of the
excited.
movie? I want to hear Almost Famous.
I like Almost Famous.
Good movie.
I like Almost Famous.
That's
Really
a
good
me
movie.
thing, though.
Really enjoyable. Great.
I
Yeah,
love-
really
it's
good
a
movie.
great, enjoyable movie. Perfectly
I think
put.
you could probably trim 10 or 15 minutes out of it, but I like it. It's good. It's really well cast. Like it's very good. Yeah. I wouldn't
Just want to hear if you guys were gonna shit on
A
it or
minus.
How many times have you seen Joker?
not. Me?
Yeah.
3 times now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's dedicated.
I've seen it. I saw it in theaters. I gave it a second, third chance. I'm like, I do not.
Can't kill him for that.
enjoy this
Give it a
movie.
shot.
Kid to give it a shot. No, I don't. I need to be clear. I don't hate when someone dislikes something I like. It's just when he didn't say it though. To his credit, he didn't say it. When someone comes in and talks about a movie and calls it like the worst piece of shit of, I'm like, all right, well,
I don't like.
yeah,
the
no,
movie.
he didn't say that though.
And
People
there-
put words in Dave's mouth. Which I do know
There
it's the case.
are, and like I said, it when we get into the argument and people are like, "You fucking idiot!" That movie. It's the exact same thing you're saying, just on the flip side. That's one of the greatest movies ever. It's like you can't think what I think for me. It's like, you know what I mean? I hate when people come in and say that, and it's like that just makes me say fuck the movie even
I agree
more.
with you, Dave. I agree.
Dude, I can't get this out
But
of
if we're
my
having a
head now.
rational
that?
conversation,
That
Yeah.
Dave asked the
I don't
guy's
like the
brother
movie.
who he fucking fiercely hates.
That's a very unknown feud.
Yeah.
That's like a hidden feud, though. Like
But-
that was, yeah.
I brought it up because there's literally a mural of the Belushi brothers in their
Is that Wheaton, Illinois?
yeah, Wheaton.
See, I pay
25 miles west.
You know.
Yeah, you know
I
your
my
shit.
stuff.
And it's the 3 of them, Red Grange, a few others, and I figured that
Galloping
there was
Ghost,
like a cordial connection there.
In some point in the movie, Dave, and All the President's Men, they say that's a real. I forget what guy I should know this. What town they say to Woodward? That's and it's a wrong town. Woodward's like, I'm from Wheaton, Illinois.
Yeah.
It says in the movie. So there you go.
There we go.
Aykroyd denounced the book.
It's a fucking hit piece.
Yeah.
I'll say this:
and
my
Jim
dad said the
Belushi's-
Belushis are complete assholes, complete and total assholes.
Jim Belushi's contention is he hated him because he was more famous and he was from Wheaton, and Woodward was like jealous, so he wrote a takedown book.
And it's just
He's
just
I read
like,
it.
What does he
It's
need
wide.
fame for?
it just like shits on John the whole time.
It's a lot of drugs, which is
Yeah.
a lot of it's true, obviously,
Yeah.
but there's like a lot of stuff that they say
you
is
gotta-
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right then, we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Thanks guys, appreciate it.
Thank you, boys.
All right, that's it everybody. Thanks for
fun.
listening. Back on Monday.